Every journey gets us closer to the same truth. We all need connection.
You are watching In Conversation This Week with Miceal O'Hurley.
This is Miceal O'Hurley, and you're watching another episode of In Conversation This Week with Diplomacy in Ireland, the European Diplomat. We're speaking live from Kharkiv to a mother and daughter, Olena and Iryna, who have lived through more than a week of Russian invasion. Fighting has been fierce in the Kharkiv region, and they have agreed to speak with us this morning. How are you?
We are fine.
Do you have food?
Yep, right now we have, and our city government is trying their best to give it to us. So
Do you have running water and electricity?
Yep, in our building we have water and electricity, but in some part of Kharkiv, during all of this bombing, and some people don't have it, but we have.
How much of the destruction have you personally witnessed or experienced?
Как много мы увидели, и как много у нас в Харькове пострадало?
Нужно сказать, что Харьков очень большой город. Здесь один район, Салтовка, он сам как город отдельный. И вот Салтовка очень сильно пострадала. Другие районы тоже пострадали. Конкретно наш пострадал меньше. Но даже в нашем мы уже довольно много видели.
I'll translate it because my mother don't speak English. So, yes, Kharkiv is a very big city, and you need to understand it. Only Saltovka is one small part of Kharkiv, is the largest in Europe region with sleeping region. Only in Kharkiv, it's the largest in Europe. And in our region, in Kharkiv, in center, we don't have a lot of bombing, just in our small part. But all Kharkiv, we have a lot of destruction. And Saltivka, Alexeyevka, it's all a very big part of our city. And it's all bombing. And it's just like nothing right now.
Скажу, что мы видели снаряд, который упал рядом с церковью и детской поликлиникой.
In our region, we saw one, I don't know exactly how it's in English, one bomb or one something. Sorry. It was just in front of church. It was just in front of church, in front of hospital, and it was 5 meters in front of child hospital and church. It just right here. So, yep.
How are you feeling emotionally? This must be very frightening.
Как мы себя чувствуем? Наверное, это очень страшно.
Страшно, конечно, но
Of course, it's horrible. But,
мы чувствуем себя такими, что мы держим Харьков, и мы очень болит душа за тех людей. Мы помогаем, очень много людей оказались без дома оказались. Многие живут в метро сейчас, об этом сказать нужно. То есть мы в известной степени не показатель, как бы, понимаешь? То есть мы сейчас болеем и как можем помогаем. Мы волонтерим, мы помогаем другим. которые в большем, в худшей ситуации, понимаешь?
Okay, our feelings is so confusing because, of course, it's horrible. But we, me and my family and my mom, we have
And
good
our friends
and our friends. Yes, we have, if it is possible to say so, we have good. We have good house. We have peaceful
условия
part,
какие-то.
yes. But our soul is so pain for us, for people which are living in underground, for people whose houses
Подвалах живут.
are just destroying, and a lot of people they don't have their house and they just go to underground and try to live there because it's really terrifying to to don't have anything at all because it was bombed. And we have no, but still we have hope and we have confidence that our country and our soldiers, they will have they will win, and all of us, we will be with Ukraine, and Kharkiv is Ukraine always.
Are you able to get news, and do you believe the news you are getting is truthful and reliable?
Получаем ли мы новости и верим ли мы, что новости правдивые и реалистичные?
Мы получаем новости от друзей. Мы в меньшей степени, я о себе говорю, допустим, мы получаем новости, во-первых, из тех источников, которые мы знаем, и от друзей. У нас много друзей и по разным странам, и по
Я
другим
поняла.
городам.
Yes, we have news, and our family trusts news what we get because we get it from our friends, and we get it from our friends from all over the world. So we have big picture, if I can say so, because people from different parts. From different country, they give us information about not only about what we know in Ukraine and not just our news, but the news from all over the world about Ukraine. So we think it's much better situation to know what world think about us. So, yep.
Who is in control of Kharkiv at this time? Is it the Russians or is it the government in Kyiv?
Контроль над Харьковом, it's Ukrainian. Only
Kyiv.
Never Russian. Only Kyiv and only Ukraine. It's never been Russian and it will never be. It's only Ukrainian and no other way.
Are you aware that NATO has refused to put in place a no-fly zone over Ukraine for fear that the war will spread throughout all of Europe?
Как мы относимся к тому, что НАТО не хочет закрывать небо, потому что боится развязать Европу с Россией и со всей Европой?
Как мы относимся? Нам очень жаль, что они так, нам это очень нужно, потому что весь день круглосуточно гудит, круглосуточно взрыв, круглосуточно. То есть нам это очень надо.
Closing our part of our and it's very important part of our victory because right now we just hear it. It was an airplane just right now while I'm speaking. It's just right there, and I can hear it. And we see it in front of the windows, and it's very dangerous, But we're still here with you, and closing our sky. It's very important part, and if not can do it, it's I don't have good word to explain what does it mean to us, because our sky, it's very important part of war. It's very important part of our victory, and we really need to close our sky, because
If
the sky will be clear. We can do anything on the ground.
the Ukrainian forces have fought battles that will go down in history as the most heroic battles known since the Greek days of Thermopylae. They've stopped the Russian forces, overwhelming Russian forces. They've stopped them on the ground.
Yep.
Do you have confidence that your military can hold out?
Есть ли у нас уверенность, что наша армия их
Конечно,
выгонит и вообще?
конечно.
Of course,
конечно. Yes,
of course.
Yes,
Our
of course.
military is the best warrior in all world, and our nation, all of our people, we are warriors, and we will stand for our country.
A lot of people have failed to understand for many years that this is not a battle for Ukraine. It's a battle for Europe and
Yep.
for freedom. Do the Ukrainian people believe this?
Yes, yes, because now in internet, I don't know, maybe you saw, maybe you're not, but in my internet, we have in Ukrainian. I try to translate it to English. That in Ukrainian we said that we have now third world war just with two countries. Russian with all over the world, and Ukrainian with Russian. It's just two countries, but it's all over the world, and Ukrainian for all world. It's I think you can understand it, but
You explained it very well. Do you think Europe will join the fight?
как мы думаем, будет ли Европа вступать в бой? Ну, присоединится ли к нам Европа?
Ну, мы очень хотим, чтобы присоединилась, но пока что мы не видим, что она так будет.
We would like Europe to join us, but right now we didn't see it, and yes, it will be good. It will be a very good situation if Europe join us in our war. But right now, we didn't see it, and we hope that Europe will do it.
International news outlets have said that they are preparing for a Ukrainian government in exile. That Europe and the United States and its partners are preparing that Vladimir.
Repeat it because it was.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
International news says that they're preparing in the West.
Again, please, just in the middle of your.
They're preparing for a Ukrainian government in exile. Do you believe the government will survive?
Government, our government.
They report that they're making plans for the Ukrainian government to leave Ukraine. Do you believe this is true?
No, I don't think so. выехать из страны.
Да не, конечно. Это это смешно.
It's just ridiculous, we believe in our government and we believe in our president, and it's just ridiculous to us
И
to
мы
hear
знаем,
it.
что они верят
And
нам.
we know that they believe to us, and they believe in us, and they believe in all the cities which is fighting right now.
Скажи, что ну, извините, мы не можем больше.
I'm so sorry. It's we need to go really because
Last question. Are you going to stay or are you going to evacuate?
we will stay in Kharkiv. We will stay and we will stay with our boys, and we will stay with Kharkiv, and Kharkiv will stay in Ukraine.
Olena, thank you. Iryna, thank you. Put tape over your windows so if they break, the glass doesn't fly in. Please be safe. Slava Ukraini. Goodbye, my friends. This is Miceal O'Hurley. We've been talking to a couple that are in Kharkiv. Desperate times. They have immeasurably high spirits. Only time will tell what happens. This is Miceal O'Hurley with In Conversation this week. Thank you.
$300 million years ago, there was no Africa, Asia, Americas, or Europe. Just one big supercontinent, Pangea. And today, there is still a force connecting those divided by distance, reversing millions of years of rifting. Making far feel close, bringing there to here. Turkish Airlines,